Hi everybody, Coach Dave here, 6 at 6 Live with Coach Dave. Welcome, and tonight we are going to talk about 10 success skills right after this. And we are live, 6 at 6 Live with Coach Dave. Welcome everybody, come on in, and as you come in on the replay or live, please swipe, follow, share, invite your followers, tweet and retweet on Twitter, subscribe and like on YouTube, share it out to your Facebook friends, and please tap as many hearts as you can. Go crazy with that. All right. Welcome everybody. Tonight we're going to start our series. It is number 1 of this 10-part series, 10 success skills. Number 1, we're going to give you some tips on public speaking. So, all right, great. Hi everybody, Coach Dave here. Welcome. And welcome, owner. I hope I pronounced that right. Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for being here. We're going to talk about some success skills. We're starting our 10-part series of success skills tonight. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Okay, so we're starting this 10-part series. Part 1 of our 10-part series is public speaking. This is the first success skill we're going to talk about, and these are success skills that'll last you probably for the rest of your life. Before I get going on the meat of the subject, let me talk about my partner here on Periscope. Shannon is my partner here. She is a breast cancer survivor, and Shannon her name on here is For Humanities, T's as in t-shirts, and she is putting on an event in Stockton, California on October 14th. If you can only be there by live stream ticket, go to bit.ly/IWillSurvive17 and get your live stream tickets for $27. If you can be there in person, October 14th in Stockton, California, go to bit.ly/SurviveAndThriveLive and you can get your $47 ticket. Shannon is also using this big cup you see here on the screen. She is sponsoring the big cup. And Shannon's big cup she has on display the whole time she's broadcasting every night and sometimes in the morning. She wants to know what your company's all about so she can advertise for you. Put your company's slogan, logo, or saying or business name on that cup and give you some advertising. So if you'd like to sponsor the big cup, go to bit.ly/SurviveAndThrive sponsor and sponsor the big cup. Hi Karen, welcome. Millie, welcome. Come on in, everybody. Thank you for coming in, and we really appreciate you coming in the broadcast and hitting those hearts. Thank you so much for being part of the broadcast and being part of this, getting out to everybody. Shannon is also putting on this event, and she needs vendors. If you can be a vendor, go to bit.ly/SurviveAndThriveVendor. And if you can help her by volunteering, go to bit.ly/SurviveAndThriveVolunteer. And for helping Shannon with her other causes, you might go to bit.ly/Fundraising for Good. Welcome everybody, I'm Coach Dave. I'm a life fulfillment coach. That means that I help you find your why, and then I coach you through a specific process to help you realize your goals and dreams. This isn't guesswork anymore. We have a specific process that I will coach you through to help you realize your goals and dreams. Welcome everybody. I'm glad that you're here. Come on in. You could have spent this time anywhere else. Please share this out. If you have a YouTube account, I would really love you to go to my YouTube link, which is going to be above my head here, and go there and click on the subscribe button for my channel. I'd really appreciate that, because as soon as we get enough subscribers, we're going to do a thing called Coach Dave, Unplug, plug. So now you know how I do that echo thing. All right. We're going to talk about the first success skill, okay? These are going to be 10 skills in a row, 10 broadcasts in a row that we're going to talk about 10 success skills you need to be in possession of to be successful. This first one, public speaking. Now I heard a very stark and a very pointed statement about public speaking, and the statement was this: if you can do public speaking, you're going to be ahead of the game for the next 50 to 60 years. If you can't do public speaking, and it will stick with you. If you can't do public speaking, you will be behind the curve for the next 50 to 60 years, and that will stick with you. So it's up to you. It's all about decisions. Let's go through this. These are the notes that I made on public speaking. I have 5 tips for you and a couple of subpoints underneath each tip to let you know about public speaking, and just some tips on how you can do it, how you can be effective, and how you can get this under your belt. I hear a lot of people on Periscope say all you got to do is learn to press the button. Hit the button. Press the red button. And even my friend A.D. Walker said this morning on his broadcast, just do it today. Do it today. There's no reason you can't. And just go ahead and do it today. Press the red button today. Press it. Start talking. Share the things that you know. Share the things that are on your heart. Share the things that motivate people and help people and encourage people. Do it today. Press the red button. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So press the red button. Now, tip number 1 for public speaking. Here we go. And hopefully I'm able to work my way through these and do what they say, because that's what public speaking is all about. I'm speaking to the public, therefore, public speaking. Okay, here's the first tip for public speaking. Know what you're talking about and how you're going to say it. Here's the one. Hannah, welcome. Come on in. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining the channel. Tip number 1, know what you're speaking about and what you're going to say. Okay? And this is real basic. Once you know what you're talking about, you're the expert. You're the expert in this. Just do a little bit of research on it. If it's something you already know about, that's cool. If it's something you need to know a little bit extra about in order to talk about it, do a little bit of research, get that material together, go over it a few times, but you need to be the expert on the subject. And that's what these 5 tips are about. Public speaking, tip number 1, be the expert on your subject. Know your subject and what you're going to say. Okay? That's the first part. The first subheading underneath that is know what you're talking about. So you've done the research. You're familiar with the material. You know what you're talking about. Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate that. I got a little monitor down here. It shows hearts coming up. Really appreciate that. Thank you. So know what you're talking about and get that down so that you can be comfortable with it. Second thing is, know the content that you're sharing and share it smoothly. Know that content that you're sharing. Practice it a few times through. There's a whole bunch of details about anything that you could be speaking publicly about, but know which details you're going to share. Plan those details and work it through a few times. Polish it off and make it easy to understand and easy for people to see. You are the expert. You know what you're talking about. Okay, tip number 2 on public speaking. Know your audience and your venue. Here we go. My venue is pretty known. It's a whole bunch of graphics. There's some streams over there, and there's a chat thing over here. There's a microphone right here, hiding behind that black box right there. Okay, so know your venue. If you're going out to a public place to speak, in an auditorium, in front of some people in a room, in a conference room, Know your venue. Know if you have to present some slides on the wall, or if you have a computer screen to put slides on. Know how to do that and practice that, so it's not something that you're fumbling with as you go along. So know your audience and your space. Your audience, knowing your audience is important, because you don't want to talk over, talk above, or below your audience. If you're speaking to some very schooled, very educated people, you want to use terminology that brings them in and helps them know that you know what you're talking about. Maybe some of the terminology of the profession, or some words that are a little bit bigger words that you're going to use that they can relate to and they are comfortable with. Secondly, you don't want to talk below them. If you're talking to adults, you don't want to talk like you're talking to a child. And on the reverse, if you're talking to a child, you don't want to talk over them and say words that are so big they can't understand. You want to talk about how stuff is done, how things work, and just have normal conversation that you would with someone of the age that your audience is. So have audience appropriate terminology, and also know your space and be comfortable with what you're doing. Here's the third one, and this is a hard one to get over, especially if you're not comfortable with the first two. This third one is going to trip you up, and you will be doing it when you really should not doing it. And I don't like to put negatives out there like don't do this and you shouldn't do that and you can't do this. But here's a negative you really have a difficulty avoiding. This one is never apologize. That's the third thing. Never apologize. Okay, take it slow and easy so you don't miss anything. There's no hurry in what you have to say. Even if you get trolls that enter the room and they're chatting in the chat box over here, take it slow, take it easy, don't be rushed through, don't be distracted. And the second point, there you go. The second point is, if you miss part of what you're going to say, don't worry about it. They don't know what you're going to say, so it's all right. If you skip over something, don't go back and say, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I missed point number 2 right there on my outline. I missed point number 2, and I'm sorry. Don't even worry about it. Go right on to point number 3 as if it was point number 2. Keep going. Right, Hannah? That's the hard thing to do. So never apologize. Take it slow and easy so you don't miss anything. And if you do miss something, don't even let them on. Never let them see you sweat, right? Right, exactly. Keep going. All right, number 4, tip number 4 on public speaking is, when I first saw this, I saw the word imagine and I thought, imagine your audience in their underwear. No. That's an old trick to get you to relax, but that's not what this one is about. This one is imagine. This one is imagine yourself giving a great speech. How do you like that? That's good. That's positive reinforcement. That's positive, I guess you could call it positive pre-enforcement if you want to. Imagine yourself giving a great speech. Now here's a couple things about that. See your success and your message going through. Picture it. Imagine it. You're up there, you're speaking, your message is going through. You know people are getting it. And I know from the feedback that I get in the chat that people in the chat and people in the broadcast are getting it. They say yes. They say, like you, Hannah, keep going. Exactly. So you know that they're getting it, and just be satisfied and be happy with that. And the second thing is, at the end of the whole thing, when it's over, applaud yourself. Just as if you were sitting out there in the audience because you've imagined yourself giving a great speech. Applaud yourself. You did great. You did great. And so that is part of this success tip number 4 on public speaking is see your success in the message going through. Applaud yourself. Okay, now number 5. Number 5 is the one where you don't get distracted. It again has to do with things that are going on and not getting distracted. But this time it's like being self-conscious, okay? This says focus on the message and not on yourself. Focus on that message. And if you focus on the message and not on yourself, you're not going to start to wonder, am I feeling nervous? Is my voice cracking in the middle of it? And if you start to feel nervous, your voice will be shaky. Your voice could crack right in the middle of it, but even that would be okay. You know, just tell people, hey, I'm up here just giving you a message. Here's my message. Okay, so to do that, think about what you're saying and relax. And that's thinking about the message. What am I saying? What point am I getting across? Am I saying things in a way that people understand them? And then as you say them, you can say them one way and then turn them over and rephrase them and say them the other way. Then you can get it across and people really understand. The second part of this tip is consider what you're trying to inspire. What's the effect that you want? What is the inspiration that you want to give? And a lot of times I think about that, and I think about the fact that I'm not doing anything special that somebody else couldn't do. I started with 0 followers. I started with 0 scopes. I started with 0 broadcasts, and now I have over 50 on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, on StreamMe, on Mixer, and on Periscope. I have 50 on each one of those because I'm multicasting directly to it. Although I have to admit, Facebook did not cooperate today, so instead of 6, we're going out to 5. Facebook just kind of said, I don't know what to do. So we're going out to 5. Facebook, we'll catch up with you later. We'll take the YouTube video and we'll just link it over to Facebook. There you go, Facebook. There's your video. All right, so with Facebook not cooperating, we're going out to 5, but I didn't let it mess up my message, okay? Now let me just go over these real quick again. I won't go over all the details, but I'll go over the 5 tips here for public speaking. This is 1 out of 10 success skills that we're going to do in 10 consecutive broadcasts. Okay, so tonight and for 9 more nights, we're going to do these success skills. These skills will last you a long time. Get them, develop them, get comfortable with them, and they will serve you very well. This is success skill number 1, public speaking. And these are my 5 tips. Number 1, know your subject and your speech. Know your subject and your speech. What are you going to talk about? What are you going to say about it? Number 2 is know your audience and your space. There you go. Hey, Hot Cat, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Okay, I'll back up 1 step. These are the 5 steps. I've gone through the details, but I'm just wrapping it up here. Number 1 tip for public speaking is know your subject and your speech. The second one is know your audience and your space. So if you have to do something with your space, you have to have a microphone, a podium, display that's going to put up your any of your presentation, any of it. Know what to do. Get there and practice ahead of time. So first, know your subject. Second, know your audience and your space. Third, never apologize if you skip over something. It's okay. They won't know. Never apologize. Number 4, imagine yourself giving a great speech. And you will give a great speech. You've got that in your head. Just follow it. And number 5, focus on your message, not on yourself. Focus on how you're going to inspire. Focus on what you're going to say to inspire. And you won't be focusing on yourself and being nervous about how you sound, how your voice comes across, or any of that. So those are the 5 things. And if you missed it live, catch it on the replay and hit as many hearts as you can. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I really appreciate it. I see the hearts going up there. I see the comments and all of those other things going on. So thank you for coming in. I'm going to wrap this up and hit the button to close it out. But I want to say to you, thank you. I couldn't do this broadcast without you. And I really appreciate all of you who share this out, all of you who go on YouTube and hit subscribe, because I really need those subscribers, and everything else that you're doing to help make this broadcast get out there to as many people as possible. Thank you. I really appreciate it. God bless and have a good evening. Good night.